We're going to ask you to hold your questions until the end. The agenda is listed on the screen, but we also put QR codes at each table. QR codes serve a dual purpose. First of all, they have the agenda, they have the meeting minutes from 2024. They also are a commitment to our environmental, sustainable, producing printed materials. So we appreciate it. We didn't print out flyers. If you guys want one, please let us know. Send us an email and let us know after the meeting, and we will get one to you in paper. In the meantime, we'd like to save paper. Okay. So establishment of quorum at any meeting of the community association, presence in person or by proxy of the owners, at least 2% of the lots of the property constitutes a quorum. We have a quorum. So at 6:45, we're going to call this meeting to order. Okay, approval of the 2024 minutes. We sent these out last week via email, and again, also on your QR code, if you guys can scan them and have a chance to look at them. Has everybody had a chance to look at them?
Yep.
And can I get, is there any changes, or can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion to approve.
Second, and your name, sir?
Second.
Thank you. Did somebody?
I got it.
Thank you very much, Luan, I appreciate that. Okay, so the meeting minutes for 2024 are approved. Okay, so introductions. I'm pleased to introduce our leadership team. Our Devonshire pioneers include Ron Haynes, who is our developer and board president. Alonda Brandon, CCMC, Vice President, she recently celebrated for 20 years with CCMC, so big milestone. Gabriel Lamette, manager of our resident services. Myself, Joseph Brewington, Jose Villaforte. Kelsey Club, Community Standards. You are making supervisor. Aaron Marquez, where's Aaron? He's on the video tonight. So Aaron has been in the maintenance side, and we are really pleased that we're going to be working with him to promote the women and all working with Kelsey. Woo! Everybody here! We are truly honored you all to serve the community of Devonshire. We appreciate that you allow us to serve you and be a part of your lives. It's a true privilege. So, I'm sorry, y'all. CCMC. Who is CCMC? CCMC proudly serves Devonshire Association Management Company. Our commitment to excellence drives our vision to redefine large-scale community management by fostering meaningful experiences for residents and staff alike. Integrity, respect, community, and service remain at the heart of everything we do. We couldn't have done any of this without our resident advisory committee. So I'd like the resident advisory committee to stand up. I'd like to acknowledge the members that work closely with our staff and leadership to address the community concerns and present thoughtful recommendations to the board. If you're present, please stand. Shane Boyd, please stay standing. Scott Reagan, is he here? Justin Tubb, is he here? Drew Wilkins. Okay, so Mr. Ron Haynes, our developer, is there anything that you have that you'd like to discuss? Okay, thank you, Ron. So the facts, the community facts of Devonshire. As our Devonshire community grows, maintaining and enhancing in our community remains our priority. Responsible financial management ensures the community remains enjoyable for all. We currently have 2,896 occupied homes, representing 72.3% of the planned development in 2010. In support of community stability, our developers deemed it important to keep the 2025 assessments rate unchanged from 2024, so they can stay the same, the rate is 70.41 annually or 185.29 quarterly. Very good. Next. Financial summary. Next. Hey, I am who I am. Okay. I'm Security Kitchen.
Awesome. Good evening. You usually hear me without a microphone. My name is Jerry Kitchens. I'm the Chief Deputy for Precinct 2 Constable's Office for Constable Jason Johnson. The constable would have been here. Unfortunately, had a death in the family and was able to make it. Precinct 2 Constable's Office is the agency that provides you your patrol services here in the Devonshire community. In November of last year, Bud 2, which is the entity that contracts us for the patrol services, increased personnel to make our patrol activities 24 hours a day. So up until then, we've only had, I believe, 16 hours a day, between 8 and 16 hours a day, 5 days a week was the only time we had a constable in the neighborhood to answer calls and patrol. November, they approved personnel increase to make that 24 hours. It took us from November to just last week to get the personnel hired, trained, and as of last week, you now have a deputy, at least one deputy in your community 24 hours a day. Now, the area does also include Briarwood Hills, Falcon Heights, and Arlington, sorry. So that they are in the community. We do try to move around to the problem areas as we are alerted to them. Any kind of complaints or citizen requests, we address those. Any non-emergency non-emergency calls, you can contact the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, their dispatch, and we can come out. It is our department policy, we respond to every call. There is no call that you make to our office that we don't show up. Now, if you want to report something, if you see something, but you don't necessarily need the officer to come by and knock on the door and say hi, just let them know in the knowledge to call you and call. But I do make it a policy because I want you to know that we're there. Sometimes when you call and report something, just a suspicious person or something like that, you may not be looking out the window in the 15, 20 seconds that the deputy comes by and you think, they never showed up. So any type of call, they're going to at least call you on the phone or they're going to come by and knock on the door. Again, we are 24 hours a day now. If you see something, say something. A lot of times we are on your social media page, your Facebook page. A lot of times we're seeing reports of persons testing doorknobs or suspicious activity on your Facebook page, but I have no phones on. And a lot of times we're not seeing it on your Facebook page for 2 to 3 days. So if you see something, while your Facebook page is a great crime watch source, and I highly encourage you to use it that way, it is not 911. Also, a lot of you are familiar with Constable Johnson. He lives in your neighborhood, so you see him there. Constable Johnson's direct messaging, he welcomes you to contact him at any time. He's not 911. So if you send him a message about something suspicious or something that's happening at 2 o'clock in the morning, he's probably not going to see it until 6 or 7 when he wakes up. So if there's an issue, call 911 for contact with the non-emergency number of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. Other than that, we are here for you. We have worked with your developer, we worked with your HOA, we have a very close relationship with Ms. Jennifer. Ron is amazing. He's always been very receptive to any kind of requests or security needs that we have had. All the signage, stop lines, different traffic safety issues that we've brought to Ron, he's been Johnny really quick in getting those resolved. One of the newest requests that we made is to get cameras in the backstop court and the pool. Those are live feed, hand tilt zoom cameras that feed directly into the cars. So even though the deputy's not there, they can see exactly what's going on. So we were very excited to get that. Thank you to Ron for really pushing that. In your neighborhoods, also you see the little cameras on the light on the poles with the solar cameras. Those are flock camera systems. We love our flock camera system. The flock camera system is a license plate reader system. You see it throughout the 40 area. Whenever a vehicle drives past it, it checks the license plate of the vehicle. If it is a stolen vehicle, if it is a wanted person, if there's a protective order on it, or a missing person, which is one of the things we've seen a lot in Devonshire. There's a lot of missing people that just happen to drive. They like it. It's a pretty community. They pull in. But as soon as they pass it, within about 45 seconds, if it flags it, it notifies your on-duty officer. So it pops up on his computer, hey, whatever vehicle just passed this camera here on Devonshire Boulevard, puts up the license plate, puts up the picture, and they go investigate it. Since we've got the flock camera systems here in the Forney area, we've been able to cut auto thefts here in the Forney area, which is Forney, Devonshire, Wendell Farms, Travis Ridge. We've cut them almost 90%. One of the biggest things that we do like about the flock camera system, Northwest Kaufman County, our area right here is the most densely covered area in the nation for flock cameras. If a vehicle is stolen here in one of our communities, if the vehicle stays here, if it's stolen in Devonshire, it goes to Wendell Farms, or it goes anywhere around here, we average a 22-minute recovery time on the vehicle. So 22 minutes from the time the vehicle is stolen, if it stays here in this part of the county, we find it within about 22 minutes. One of the other things that we're very proud of pertaining to the flock camera, we love our flock camera systems, is we utilize it for protection orders in order to fight domestic violence. If a domestic assault occurs, the actor has a protective order put on him that prohibits him from assaulting the person, going within 500 yards of the house, or harassing them. The license plate of that vehicle that they drive is put into the flock system. If they come into the neighborhood, the person that's restricted on protective order comes into the neighborhood, passes the camera, and notifies your officer within about 45 seconds. As soon as the officer sees it, he goes to the protected person's house. If the subject is within 500 yards of that house, they go to jail. Most agencies do not know that a protective order has been violated until an assault has occurred. We're the only agency in the nation that is utilizing it this way, and we have other agencies that are looking at it. But one of the reasons that we're able to do it is we have an officer that is stationed in your neighborhood, thanks to the MUD district. So we're very happy about the stuff that we've done with the MUD and again, we do have 24 hours of patrol. Constable Johnson does shift resources depending on the season for the different problems that we have. We just came out of the holiday season. When we had the holiday season, we had more officers in kind of in the afternoon and daytime to try to get that package step. We did have a few issues of it, but we were able to do that. Now that we're getting the summertime, you're going to start seeing more officers in the evening. People are walking, people are coming out, and then also when summertime get here, we'll have officers. Yeah. Thank you. But now that summertime is getting here, we'll have officers that you start seeing late in the evening around the parks and the pools. Also, I just want to give you a heads up, we also have we have a couple of all-terrain vehicles, we have a golf cart or something, and a little side-by-side. It's clearly marked, it's got lights on it. You may see it on your trails. Trying to watch the trails, make sure nobody's doing any shenanigans. Can you hear us now? Okay. How about that? Anyway, I was saying that you may see at nighttime in the evening, you may see either our golf cart or our all-terrain vehicle on your walking path or your side. Just try to make sure there's no shenanigans or anything going on, trying to discourage any of the kids from getting in the park or anything. So, on that note, now, also, we have been working on Griffin Elementary. We've got the signage up. We worked with the water district in getting the no parking signs up. We worked with the developer of the water district in getting the stuff for the roundabout to try to work with the traffic flow. We do not control the traffic design for Griffin Elementary. We were not consulted in it. That is all only ISD. But we are doing the best that we can to try to assist in the traffic and the congestion around Griffin. We do not control the school zone lights. The school district set those lights. And yes, we've been aware for several months that the school zone lights are not synced up to the school time. We're trying to get them to fix it. We're trying to get them to fix it, but it's a work in process. So other than that, I'm happy to answer any type of question you might have. No questions? Okay, yeah, so somebody down.
In reference to what you just stated, in reference to what you just stated about the lack of, I guess, answering with the school district about getting that handled. So if some of us as citizens go to the school board,
Absolutely. You're
that's
more
what
welcome
we
to
need
call
to
them.
do. Because as citizens, believe me, your mouth matters at the school board. And I've been there, we need to go there, because this is our community. And it needs to remain safe. Because
What was your question?
I'm sorry.
What was your question?
My question was,
So your question was talking about the school zone lights and the times. The lights do not match the times. The times on the signs don't match the times that they're being released. They changed it. We don't control that in this particular neighborhood. The council's office doesn't control that. We do over Wingle Farms and Fresh Range. We don't over here. 40 ISD controls your lights in your school zone. So we've been trying to get the problem fixed, but it's a work in progress. As far as the traffic congestion around Griffin Elementary, we got the no parking signs up, we got the no parking around the traffic circle done. We're doing enforcement on them. We're doing a lot of warnings. Trying to refrain from citations, but if we're warning you, and the only thing you're going to hear is the citations. We'll do that. But we're not out there to overtax you. We're not out there to write a lot of things. We're out there for the safety and for the enjoyment of your community. Now, if you're doing something really, really bad, there's a good chance you're going to get a ticket. But mostly, we want your compliance. We want it to be safe. This is your community. This is where you live. But we want it to be safe for your kids and your fellow citizens. So, you see my deputies out writing tickets, out doing traffic stops. Not a lot of them are getting tickets. A lot of them are getting warnings. We want to try to talk to you, try to educate before we try to enforce it. So, we're not there to overtax. Yes, ma'am.
how often are the basketball court monitored?
I'm sorry.
Basketball court, they consider the basketball.
Yes, it
There
happens.
are a lot of people there.
We now have a camera there, a live feed from our camera that is there that's going to feed into the deputy's car. But the deputy will make periodic rounds to it. We don't want to neglect the rest of the neighborhood, but then again, we do want to make the presence known. So we have the cameras there. We got some signage that's coming in to let everybody know. I'm trying to get a little sign that says, "Hey, look, the cameras of the constables are watching." They did get cameras up, so that's what was just, we wanted to try to be sure to get that done before summertime. So thank you again, Mr. Ryan. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Not sure if I agree, but I'm asking you about this, but maybe this with the cameras. But for the pool area, is it going to be lit up anymore than
That would be a HOA question. I don't control the
We'll
lights.
talk about that at the end.
Okay.
Any questions right now, just for,
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. We do have cameras at the pool. We have the one at the basketball court that covers the pool, and then we have another one at the main.
I know the HOA has cameras as well.
Yes.
Outside.
Yeah, we don't monitor the HOA cameras, but the HOA camera, we do have access to that. And they have offered it to us, it's just, we only have so much room on our left, over here. We can't Now, and what she was saying is that there was issues last year with kids taking the pool chairs and doing different things with the furniture, and I'm aware of that. I do want to say point out one thing. We cannot enforce HOA rules. We don't do HOA rules at all. So as far as the pool and different things like that, we can do the safety and security, but as for disrupting or things, we would have to give it to HOA manager to contact us if there was a problem, because we can't enforce the HOA rules. Now, however, one thing that a lot of people don't understand is your pools and your basketball courts. A lot of people think that's a public park or that's a public. They're not. I mean, the fact of the law is your swimming pools and your basketball court are not public parks. Those are private parks, private pools that were built and funded by the HOA and under the control of the HOA, and you're given to the residents that you can access to that under the agreement with the HOA. So if they have problems out there, the HOA has the ability to criminally trespass somebody from the pools or violation of rules. And if that happens, what they do is they tell them, hey, you gotta leave, or have a wrong, something like that. If they don't go, if they did contact with the deputies, the deputy would come by and do an official criminal trespass and say, hey, for whatever reason, we don't judge the reason. It's not up for us to say yes, no, or agree, disagree. It is as simple as the HOA representative has said, you have to leave. I cannot dispute, or whoever it is, that's private property. You have to leave. And then any kind of issue, if you want to dispute it, would have to be taken up with the HOA. Yes, sir.
So are the streets public property?
No, yes, the streets are public, the streets are public property.
Speed limits and stop signs.
Yes.
How about parking on the street? I think I read in the bylaws that there's no overlay parking. Who monitors that?
That is a two-sided question. Every street within your community is a public roadway. So it has stop signs, has speed limit signs, and is subject to public laws, the same laws in the state of Texas. So we enforce laws. The laws are as far as HOA violations, because it is within your deed restriction. The HOA has the ability to fine you for a violation for parking a junk car on the street or anything like that. So there's two sides of it. The HOA has the ability to take enforcement actions for HOA violations, and then we have the ability to take actions for law violations. Now on that, we do work really hard in your community to keep any kind of junk cars off your streets. The street is a street. It is not a parking lot for junk cars or abandoned vehicles. So if you have a vehicle that has flat tires on it, the registration's been out for a couple of years, it's leaking oil on it, you may come by with an orange sticker from one of my people on it that says, hey, we're deeming this as a abandoned vehicle. You have 48 hours to remove it from the street. Now, you can move it in your driveway if you want to. I have no control about what you do in the driveway. You may have something to say about it, but we will give you 48 hours to remove it from the street. Now, not in your neighborhood, but up north on the Garden Hill side of it, right off the university, for some reason we have a street there that random people like to dump junk cars on. We have no idea where they're coming from. But I know that we've towed about 9 or 10 junk cars that just showed up there by the park. If you see a abandoned vehicle or a junk vehicle, you can call the non-receipt number. That they will come out, put a tag on it. You have to wait 48 hours or something to move it. Now, if we tag your car, and for some reason it's out front of your house and it has a problem with it, if we tag your car, and we need more than 48 hours. Best example of this is we have some residents here whose children are in the military. Their cars out front, the tags are out, have flat tires on them. They need a little bit more time to get it registered, get it with it. Just call. Again, we're not here to pick on anybody more with anybody in the reason. Just call and say, hey, I saw your tag, and I have an extra week, 2 weeks, whatever. Absolutely. I'll put it in the system, I'll let the deputies know. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
The children crossing the Golden Griffin,
Yes, sir.
there is no sign saying they have the right of way in the crosswalks.
Okay.
Is there any such thing anymore?
If you're technically, if they are in a crosswalk, you don't have to have signage. That's
I mean, that's kind of a giving law, but we can talk to if signage would help, or the establishment of another crosswalk. It's very simple to talk to the board, the mud board that controls that, or Jennifer, and we can have all that put up there.
Don't even know that it's really marked as a crosswalk per se.
Okay. We can,
It's just a street, you know, like, I think the crosswalks have the lines.
Yeah.
And I don't think there are any lines.
well, if there needs to be, we can add, but I know that in their traffic plan, they have specific places they want the children to cross. You know, sometimes children do that, they kind of cross where they want. We will talk to them about, if we catch them on the street, hey, come on, let's look into this, you don't want to get there. But if there's modification that needs to happen, you know, for ourselves, we can bring it to one board, they're very receptive, you know, to us.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am?
You had mentioned this period, the time for home from the school zone.
Yes, ma'am.
So, asking for a prayer. If you're in the school time, but it's not flashing, how are you warning?
Technically, the enforcement would be on the time of that's on the sign, it's displayed on the sign. The signs don't say school zone when flashing. The flashing is just kind of a reminder, but it's the times that are displayed on the sign. That's what's established in the school. I mean, so any citation or enforcement would have to happen between the times that are on that sign. Well, what happens is, usually you do school zones, you try to take like 15 minutes before school gets out, 30 minutes after, for a total of an hour. I believe Griffin, you don't have a lot of time towards the end of that. But any kind of citations or anything would be when close time. A good rule of thumb is, if you're coming down from here though, and you see a whole bunch of kids walking, that's just a good rule. You see a whole bunch of kids out? Any other questions? Yes, sir.
I don't know if it's for you or not, but, on the corner of 548 and, Reserve, there will be a traffic device, the light, flashing light, whatever, the traffic control.
For 548,
Where Reserve is.
yeah, that's a tech stock question, but I can tell you that they probably will not endorse it because it's too close to Falcon and 548. They have a restriction on how far away from the other red lights that they can be, but you're more than welcome to put a request in. 548 is in Farmer Market Road, so the Texas Department of Transportation handles that. If you could request it to the Department of Transportation. Yes, sir.
I can answer that 548 question.
Okay. All right.
My name is Nelson Underwood, and I retired from Texas in January of this year. It doesn't mean that I have to stop working and work solving now, but how many of you noticed all the construction utility work on my?
Yeah.
And how many of you have a question, when is roadway construction going to begin? So, let me tell you something. The roadway construction contract was issued this month for 548. The limits are going to be from US 80 up to Windmill Farms. It's going to be built in phases. The first phase being from US 80 to Bridge Trust. That's because that's the most congested. And then they'll build from there on. The plans for building from Windmill Farms north to 205 is a year or so out. But you'll start seeing construction equipment moving dirt in about 3 months, 3 to 6 months. So be prepared, it's going to be a mess. That's all I can say. USA, and I'll go down the list US 80, of course, the construction is going on from Clemens to Lawson. There's going to be another project that's just on the east side of Clemens that's going to replace the Buffalo Creek bridges. That's supposed to start sometime this year. There was a schematic environmental for US 80 from the Buffalo Creek bridges all the way to 20, including 557. That right-of-way acquisition is not going to start for another 2 to 3 years. Construction probably won't start for another 5 to 6. But that's going to be improved as well. Then you have 635, 80 interchange. That's going under construction now. So anybody that's going towards Dallas, good luck. And then once that project is well underway, then they'll fill in the gap between Beltline and Lawson Road, complete the US 80. It is eventually going to go to 8 lanes, 4 in each direction, but for right now, it's going to be built with just 3 lanes in each direction. The nice thing is, it's going to have frontage roads. So, we don't have to worry about getting it all. Frontage roads.
So they putting a light on 548 in Reserve 5. Reserve 5. Yeah, they put a light.
Are they gonna put a light on the 548 reserve?
I can't answer that. I know that there's been traffic studies done, and there's been signal studies done. When the roadway goes under construction, you know, re-stretches that signal that will remain. Most likely, reader may get a signal. We have one up here in Devonshire Boulevard. And then 1641, towards Fulton, that is under design right now. You're going to ask the question, what are they going to do about that idea? That is, it's my understanding that the city is looking at a solution to that mess. How long it's going to take, I don't know. So you've got a lot of roadway projects that are that are going to be under construction or in development. So.
Okay, so let's just talk financial review. The total income for the master assessment in 2024 was approximately $3.3 million. It exceeded budget projections by $550,000 for a total expenses of the year around just over $3 million. We had out of the $3 million of the expenses, 31% of the expenses were allocated towards administrative, legal fees, collection costs for storage, audits, social events, holiday lighting, and an updated reserve study was done. 25% of the covered contract services, such as landscape, janitorial services, pool staffing, holiday events, and security gate, and then 25% of the expenses went towards utilities. The remaining 15% were distributed across taxes, maintenance, supplies, and insurance. So we ended the year with a surplus of $30,000, which was transferred to the reserve account. This brought the total reserve contribution for 2024 to $217,173. Okay, now to the townhome financial review. The 2024 income of the townhomes were approximately $193,000. Expenses were $164,000. So included in those expenses, 65% of that of the townhomes went towards insurance. Okay, it's going to raise, 9% covered in utilities, 18 months contract with landscape. Thanks, Kelsey. You're right there.
That's good.
That's got it. Good work. 117. Next up is Council Carlo with community standards. I say with paper, I will freeze. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you all for joining us this evening. As Jennifer said, I'm the community standard coordinator for doing here. This is your first annual meeting. Yeah, so last year we closed on with over 800 homes. So there's a lot of newcomers. So it's nice to meet everybody. So together we continue to build a strong and inclusive and respectful community. And see everybody in this Okay. So let's review the progress that we've made at building our community standards just over the past year. If y'all recall, my first annual meeting with Devonshire was last year. Good night. So overall, our community has taken significant strides in maintaining and upholding our community standards. From cleanliness initiatives to enhancing safety measures and promoting respect and inclusion, our collective efforts have helped foster a positive environment. So just to talk about a few key achievements, we have a lot of achievements in my tenure that I've been here in Devonshire, drastic achievements, and I can stay up there all day, so just to name 3 specific ones. Last year I talked on communication, okay, because for us in order to build relationships with you guys, we have to have communication from the homeowners. That's the only way the world will sit like it's supposed to. It's communication with you guys. Y'all answered the call. You really did. The communication with the HOA staff as a whole, not just with community standards, but with the HOA overall, increased drastically. With that, we were able to build a lot of positive relationships with different homeowners throughout the community. So again, thank you all so much for answering the call of increasing that communication with us. That way we could build those relationships with you guys and be here for you guys and listen to what you all need. Something else that we did accomplish is within the past, I think like week and a half, I've now gotten our ACC application live. What that means is the dreaded paper application that some people don't like filling out, right? Even though it is a typable form, you still have to be typing in, email it to me, print it off, drop it off, whatever. So now you're taking that live online. What that looks like is there's a specific link, and you'll see a QR code. I know y'all have cell phones, I see some out. So if y'all like to scan the QR code, this will take you to our live application for any architectural modifications that you want to do to the exterior of your home. Okay? And we'll talk more about that in a little bit. Something else that we did, the dreaded AC shrubs. Woo! Who's excited to get rid of those bad boys? The newcomers are like, what are you talking about? Alright, so when I first started with Devonshire, the first round of violations that I went out and did were for AC shrubs. A lot of y'all heard this still. And it hit the fan, to be quite frank. But come to find out, it was builders that weren't doing what they're supposed to do on their end, not the homeowner's fault, right? And I'm not signing it. I didn't know that. So builders are now being heavily inspected, to say the least. So now, the documents have not been amended yet. With that said, if you have AC shrubs, you're more than welcome to remove your shrubs from here on out. Please. From here on out, okay? Come to find out how this came about is I had a homeowner approach me and he was coming up on his 1-year inspection for his warrant for brand new building.
the inspector checked out his AC unit, he's like, if you keep these shrubs here in front of this AC unit, you're gonna have to replace it a lot quicker than if it had no shrubs. Okay? Your AC unit has to have airflow. And I didn't take the homeowner's word for it, that approached me about it. I did my own research, and I took my research to Ron, AKA the board, and came to an agreement that AC shrubs are no longer required. Right? You will no longer receive a fine, a violation, anything for AC shrubs. So that to me is a huge one, because that's putting money back in your own pocket, and that's what I'm all about. The same, that's probably all right, so getting to work. Now, obviously, I said I could stay up here all night and talk about agendas because we did. I've come a long way with a lot of homeowners. I've built a lot of relationships with you guys, and I'm still enjoying my time here, so I'm going to keep you around. So, getting to work. There's just continuous challenges that we're facing that we will continue to address. That I just wanted to hit real brief. Not going to go real, we could talk outside of the meeting later on if anyone has any further questions. There's still ongoing issues with noise complaints and property maintenance complaints. Okay, so just please, common courtesy, be mindful of your neighbors. You know, if it would bother you for your neighbor to be loud at 10 o'clock at night in their backyard and have a pool party until 5 a.m., it's probably going to bother other people, right? So obviously, the dreaded trash cans, that's, you know, I'm never going to stop riding them up. Because they're not yard ordinance, and I'm just not going to budge on that. However, with that said, if you need to put your trash can out early, or you're out of town and you can't put your trash can out, reach out to me. Send me an email. Here I am. We'll help you. Okay. With that said as well, if you have a neighbor that is willing to help you out and will set out your trash can, but say they're not going to get around to put it up for you, reach out to me, let me know. I'm more than willing to help you guys. But again, I have to have that communication, that way you don't get a violation for your trash can being out. Right? Again, I didn't make the rule, I just have to enforce it. Another one is pet owners not picking up after their pets. We have waste stations all throughout the community, guys, and we're consistently adding waste stations as our villages are developed. So, so we will be adding more waste stations throughout the community. Okay. Again, it's once an area is developed, we take a look and assess, you know, the best area to put up waste stations. Here, so builders, we're having issues with builders' trash. Please know, please know, it's not that we're just not communicating. I'm communicating with builders every single day regarding trash, regarding mud on the streets, builder grates that are clogged, that are causing streets to clog. We're working, it's not just me. The entire team is working with the builders to try to get them what they're supposed to be doing. And they are being held accountable, but at the same time of day, like, it's the builder's responsibility, okay? So please know, we're aware of the issues. Please let us know if you see anything, and we'll continue to work with the builders on that and hold them accountable because they will be cleaning up their sites like they're supposed to be.
Do they get violations on?
Absolutely. Just as much as I'm doing. All in all, promise. Let's see, we have also had an issue, it's really one specific builder, and I'm not here to call names and call anybody out. One specific builder is selling homes at a premium with the knowledge that they will be immediately leased out. This is a no-no. This is an automatic, no tolerance, $2,500 fine that will not be waived. I'm not playing, guys. I'm not playing, it's serious. It's a no tolerance policy. If you have a neighbor that has moved into a brand new build, and you're seeing 18 different types of people coming in and out of this house, more than likely it's not the homeowner. If you see something just like Chief Kitchen said, say something. Even if it's the HOA, and it comes to HOA violations and rules, because again, I'm one person. I know Jennifer announced that help is on the way, so we'll have two. But I am one person. I'm not God. I cannot be on the other side of Devonshire and on 548 at the same time to see what a textile is doing to the dirt inside the road. And it's just not possible. If I could, I would. But I can't. Parking in front of houses, we've already talked, we hit on that earlier. With you. Another thing, blocking mailboxes. Okay, we're not the federal government. We cannot regulate this. I don't want to be the federal government. But we cannot regulate the street parking. It's just, they're public streets, okay? Mailboxes. Please do not block your mailbox. I don't care if it's your own personal mailbox. I love you guys. But I don't care if it's your own personal mailbox. Okay, please do not block your mailbox, because what's going to happen is, say too, if it's a joined mailbox with your neighbor's not going to get your mail, their mail, you're not going to get your mail, potentially, and it could potentially lead to tickets from the U.S. Postmaster. So please, 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 just be mindful of your neighbors. Again, common courtesy, be mindful to your own yard, I guess, and your mailbox too is what I'm trying to say. Just please don't block mailboxes anyway. We want to make sure that y'all are getting your mail, and there's enough issues with mail. All right, so the ACC process, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of this, but in 2024, we had 240 requests submitted, 5 anonymous. Okay, but these numbers do not mean that every single person that did a project in the yard submitted it to the HOA, because I can guarantee you right now they're not. It's just the fact of the matter, there's no way. Okay, there's so many projects out there that have not been submitted to the HOA for approval. So just because you see it does not mean that it's been approved. It does not just give you the okay to go do it because Sally sued it on the corner of Oxford and Canterbury. It doesn't work that way. Okay? So please just make sure any kind of exterior modifications, landscape borders, pergolas and pools, and again, exterior changes if I can say that already. Okay, anything that's going to change the exterior, we just want to make sure that we're doing that. And it's to protect you guys. It's not for me to sit here and micromanage because I don't want to do that. I don't like being micromanaged. It's to protect you guys in the future. Okay. So again, not again, sorry. Okay, so looking ahead, what does it look like? We have several goals in mind, including strengthening our partnerships with local organizations, enhancing community engagement, and introducing new ways to recognize and reward those who go above and beyond in upholding our community standards. This is something that I want to start doing. I know we do the yard of the month, every month now within the season. But something in addition that I personally want to do is start picking out, say Balfour Bend. Hey, Balfour Bend, great job today on keeping your trash cans out of sight. Anybody opposed to that? I heard this.
Repeat your question.
So something that I want to do, in addition to the Yard of the Month recognition for you guys, is to come up with some kind of shout out, kudos, if you will. Say for example, this is just an example, this is not concrete. Say for example, I drive down Balfour Bend one day. There's no trash cans out, everything looks good. I would like to recognize you guys and just do a shout out to the whole community. I feel like this would be uplifting for others within the community, and I feel like it would just encourage and get everybody, you know, to follow suit. Because and that's really what it is, because when someone does something and someone else does something, it's just repetitive, right? Because Sally Joe did it on the Knox Bridge and Canada and I did it. So.
I think that's a good way to communicate indirectly. This is what's expected of you versus just slapping somebody with a complaint. It's like, oh, that's expected. So
Yeah, and I don't want, and I don't want community standards to always be violation. That's not what I'm about. I'm about building relationships with you guys.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about. I don't like violations to anybody, but if I don't have communication, I kind of, there's no leeway. There's no way to find that grade work with you guys.
Well, you're using toxic reinforcements to just rely on you.
Right. So we're really proud of what we've accomplished together, but we know there's always room for growth, and we want to continue to grow our relationships with you guys. So all I ask is that we just continue to collaborate, listen to each other, and work towards creating the environment, the best environment possible for everyone. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Kelsey. Now, Wayne, you got another supervisor, and supervisor would like to say a couple words.
Words. Howdy, y'all. Here's my trigger guy. So, I've been with Devonshire 6 years. We started out with about 75 acres of common area. 2022, that doubled. 2025, it's doubled again. And you got 2 guys trying to keep it clean. Come on, Aaron. And you know, any week like last week, and that doubles the work, right? But we take seriously CCMC's, one of the values is service. So we see it as serving this community to try to keep it clean and beautiful. So that's our focus.
Great job.
Thank you. When you can be our friend, Aaron and I really enjoy a nice gentle breeze on a hot summer day. But let me take you back to 10 months ago. Do you remember this Tuesday morning? May 28th? It got windy, like hurricane. You know, severe wind is like 65 to 72 miles per hour. We had 80 mile per hour gusts. This is a headline. May 28, 2024, Kaufman County, Texas experienced a severe storm with winds up to 80 miles per hour, causing widespread damage, including downed trees, power lines, and prompting a disaster declaration. So the photo on the left is one of 6 large trees that came down on the property. The one in the middle is part of the clubhouse. We lost those shingles that are supposed to be a lifetime, but they don't make them anymore. So the clubhouse got a new roof. And the third picture on the right there, the Wood Lake crew, about 6 guys that keep the landscaping clean, keep it mowed. That week, from Tuesday through Friday, you had 6 guys. They shifted their focus, and it was all about cutting down trees, cutting up trees, cleaning up the debris that the wind had tossed everywhere. And then their crew came back on the 5th day, and going with the theme tonight, they lassoed a big tree that was right next to the wrought iron fence at the main swimming pool. They had to lasso it. It is split. So they had to lasso it. As they cut it down, it would have gone against the fence, but they lassoed it and brought it in a safe area. So kudos to them. New roof on the clubhouse. We're thankful for it because we had some leaks for a couple years before that. The fences along Raven Hill on both sides were stained this past year and look a lot better.
And we also restrung all the loungers at the main pool. So that's just a brief update on maintenance. There's a lot more that we cover, but in my desire to turn it over to our new, oh, is it going to Jennifer? Okay. All right. A warm welcome to Gabriel.
All right. Howdy, everyone. That was beautiful. I know it's late and we all work today, so we're going to go through this pretty quick, but howdy, y'all. There we go. I need a little bit of energy. There we go. All right, so what I want to do is get an opportunity to do a little bit of a reflection on our lifestyle programming as it contributes to our community. So for 2024, we did have quite a bit of engagement, and we're going to look at how much of that actually took place on the next slide. But on this slide here, we're just giving a bit of an overview of the things that did go forward in a positive manner within 2024 within not just the lifestyle, but the communication side of things. So we had quite a bit of our events and socials. We had our special I-Lead groups, which is where a lot of our residents get the opportunity to connect with like-minded individuals. And then we also had our online platforms, which is how we sharpshoot all of our information into your mailboxes and within your social media platforms. Let's dig a little bit deeper. So 2024, goodness, there was a lot that happened. I guess we could go ahead and look to go ahead and park on maybe one of our signature events that took place last year. The one that I know that I saw a lot of residents at and they enjoyed it on every level was our annual Devonshire event that we had that took place. That was the Halloween event. I believe we stopped counting at about 700 folks coming in. We were just done counting. It has become a ginormous event for a lot of our community members to be able to enjoy. As well as we have a lot of our socials, and there are many of them up here. We're not going to go into a lot of them, but we even had things such as like bingo night. And I know a lot of our residents here love their bingo, because boy, when that registration closes, they get upset. All right, so we did a lot of those types of events. But the fun thing that gives you an opportunity to really reflect on how much we had in 2024 is that we literally had 60 plus engagements last year. That's a lot happening. Mind you, that is amongst, if you recall, 2024, that was when we had one lifestyle director, then there was another lifestyle director came in, and then I even came in to provide some support. And that is how committed we are to ensuring that we have engagements for the community to be able to enjoy. And then also, as you see at the bottom there, we had 12 special I-Lead groups. Now, before we move forward with the lifestyle portion of this presentation, I personally am extremely happy to be able to introduce you guys to this next individual. First and foremost, Jose, go ahead, come on down here. Y'all give him that. So I'm extremely happy that this gentleman is here with you. So for those that didn't know, he has been with CMC for over a year now. He was actually in development for a lifestyle director position last year, and he served in the capacity as a recreation coordinator for one of our premier communities, Windsong Ranch. So this is a great opportunity that we have that as we were looking to get a new lifestyle director in here, he was primed and ready to go. And the best part of this is, he's getting ready to be moving to 40 anyway. So it's going to be great. He's going to be right here with us and ready for a good time. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce everyone to our new lifestyle director, Jose Villaforte.
And before I start talking, I share my vision, which I hope becomes our vision, right? Because the lifestyle program is not my program. It's not your program. It's all programmed together, correct? But before I share my vision, I want to give a big round of applause to Gabriel. And before you do, let me explain to you why. So Gabriel oversees all of lifestyle for the entire state of Texas. So he He provides guidance and training for all the lifestyle directors. And while he was doing that, he was also filming as a lifestyle director here. So let's give Gabriel a big round of applause. So as Gabriel mentioned, I'm not new to CCMC. I've been with CCMC for about a year and a half. I did come from Austin, Texas, at a community called Winston Ranch, which is pretty similar to your community in terms of size. I was a rec coordinator there, so I worked under a lifestyle director, and I did a lot of like sports, fitness, and things of that nature. And I also apologize for my New York accent. I know it doesn't go well with the Texas team, so I apologize in advance about that. So, what's my vision? Similar to what we had up there, my vision is to make a lifestyle program where there's something for all walks of life. So I want everybody, no matter what you look like, where you're from, to go to our lifestyle calendar and find at least one thing in that year that you want to go to, okay? So how are we going to accomplish that mission? Because again, this is now our mission. Your voice, take pride, okay? Communities are engaged, are communities that have success and have fun together. And I get the sense this community is engaged from my 3 weeks here so far. Take the surveys we sent out. Okay, we sent out a rec sports and fitness survey about a month ago, and we got a lot of good responses. Thank you for that. Keep sending out surveys. You're gonna see surveys from me about interest. Fill them out. If you see me at Devonshire, if you see me running, or like to run after work, stop me, talk to me, okay? You can talk to me about whatever you want, whenever you want, that's okay. Unless you see me like getting in my corner, then probably leave me alone. I'm going home, alright? Come to the office, talk to me. You don't need a meeting, you don't have to email me and I set up a time, it's fine. Come to the office, we'll chat, no big deal, okay? So, your voice take pride in your community, right? Rec sports and fitness. We have really awesome synergy events here at Devonshire, okay? I heard about Devon Street while I was up in Prosper. Okay, I got some great event. Who likes Devon Street? Raise your hand if you like Devon Street. Yeah? 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. Okay, we'll get working on that. That's fine. So we have a lot of good synergy events. What I'm looking to bring to the community is some more recreational sports and fitness, okay? We're talking basketball games. Okay, we're talking kids kickball games, cornhole tournaments, volleyball tournaments. I know some of you guys are upset about the basketball courts being overcrowded, maybe by people that don't live at Devonshire. Well, part of that is to take the basketball courts back, and how do we do that? By programming those amenities, having basketball clinics, right? Having organized basketball games for residents. And let people know that they don't live in Devonshire, that hey, this is our basketball court and we're using it. Okay? So that's the goal of rec sports and fitness. And finally, social media. Okay? Having fun and engaged social media. You're scrolling through Instagram, you see the Devonshire Instagram page, I want you to stop, I want you to look at the video, I want you to like it. Okay? I want you to grab your attention. So that's how we're going to get there. Some highlights, some of the things we have planned. Okay? Devon Street, Holly Jolly Fest, right? Kind of the big shows, the big showstoppers, but also some of the stuff I'm talking about. Devonshire Dribblers. We're going to start that in May. I'm a youth basketball coach. So we're going to be doing basketball clinics twice a week for the whole month of May. Again, taking back our basketball court. Okay? Right. Cornhole tournaments, volleyball tournaments, math science, which is a cool science workshop for kids. So a whole array of things to really complement the whole schedule. What do you think is the not number one complaint, what do you think is a common complaint that residents have about HOAs across the entire country? Communication. Okay. We're going to do everything we can to communicate with you. Alright, I talked about surveys. We're going to post some videos on Instagram. We're going to put all your events on Instagram, activities on Facebook, newsletter, all that. I need you guys to go on that stuff, okay? I can put it on your face, but unless you read it, doesn't matter. So please, go on Instagram, go on Facebook. Every Monday, Life at the Devonshire comes out, okay? We're going to have a new design next week for Life at the Devonshire. Check it out. You're going to like it, okay? 5:30 every Monday, check your email. And then every bi-weekly Friday, the Devonshire download for that morning HOA stuff like good trash and way, whatever. You know, the fun one comes out every Monday. Check that one out. Okay, so, real quick. Remember I said you guys have to see the info? Everybody take your phones out if you can. Take your phones out, scan this QR code. This is going to take you to our Instagram page. If you don't follow us on Instagram, go ahead and follow us right now. I'll give you about 15, 20 seconds. Okay. Alright, now we're going to post something on Instagram. So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. When I get to 1, everybody say Devonshire and Timothy Gabriel's going to take a picture. Ready? And do something fun. 3, 2, 1. Alright, give yourself a big hand of applause. Good job, good job. Okay, so that's it for me because Miami Heat are playing right now, and I'm recording the game. I want to see you before I get too tired. So we gotta get out of here. Alright. Sorry, I'm not a dance fan. This is what it is. Oh, Luca! Alright. So, to conclude, our vision is have something for once a life. How we're gonna do it? Hearing your voice, getting some rec sports and fitness or compliment on big signature events, and having fun and engagement on social media. Thank you. Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot. That was great. Thank you all so very, very much. So before we go to the Q&A, we can give a little bit of time. We have, I wanted just to say, this is our first board member that's going to go onto the board. So since the inception of Devonshire in 2012, we have been our first homeowner board member. We did electronic voting. We sent out absentee ballots. We would love to see a lot more votes. Maybe next year a lot more votes. We had a good turnout. So final votes came through, and I'd like to announce. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for everybody that ran, because we had 9 candidates that ran, and it's really important to recognize that you put your day in and you're going to do work, and it's all volunteer time. So thank you. And board member, Drew, please. Mr. Drew will. Yeah! Welcome aboard. We're happy to have you. Okay.
Real quick, because I'm speechless over number one, both figuratively and literally. I didn't hear anything, but definitely appreciate everybody's support. First order of business is just start listening, seeing what our pain points are, and working with our management team and Ron to get some of those pain points addressed, and then also doing a lot of learning and getting the community involved. So thank you so much. Appreciate the support.
7:52, we are going to adjourn the meeting. 7:52, the meeting is adjourned. Okay. Raffle, yes.
So you're going to come back to the question about life insurance.
We can't go back to questions and answer after the raffle.
Oh, now it's that,
No,
okay.
you do the raffle first.
That's the raffle, okay.
Alright, raffle and Q&A. Okay. Who's ready to win some stuff? Yeah? Alright, let's do it again. Who's ready to win some stuff? Nice. We got tickets to the Lakers, guys, so you can see Luca. I'm kidding. Okay, alright, ready? First raffle.
He's making enemies up here. That's not good. So,
okay, first raffle ticket is going to be 580828. 828. Yeah? All right. Fantastic. Got a nice Texas cutting board. Very nice. Very nice. I need to have. All right. Okay, next one. Here we go. I think they all start 5-0. Yeah. Okay. Last 3, 8, 5, 5. 8, 5, 5. Yeah. Okay. We got one. All right. All right. Another Texas coming forward. It was on sale. So, you know, what we can do. Last 3, 8, 3, 3. Yeah. All right. All right. Last 3, 8, 6, 5. 8, 6, 5. Okay. Okay, the last Texas cutting board. This is serious. The last one. All right. Last 3. 7, 9, 0. 7, 9, 0. Hey, there you go. Okay. I think we have some more prizes, right? Okay, what's the next prize, Steve?
So up next, we have
Up next.
$50 card to Texas Roadhouse.
$50 gift card to Texas Roadhouse. Shake it up, I love that bread from Texas Roadhouse. I do love this bread. Is that right? Last 3 for $50 to Texas Roadhouse. 8, 5, 4. 8, 5. Yeah.
So you'll come and see us at home, so sitting in the office.
Yeah. It's all little.
This next prize is for a $50 Bass Pro Shop gift card.
$50 Bass Pro Shop gift card. I mean, if that's not Texas, I don't know what it is. Right. Here we go. Last 3. 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 6.
All right, and so we have 2 last prizes, and what we're going to end up doing is if you end up winning those, come and see me at the end of the night because I'll need to forward you your prize via email. So our next prize is going to be for 2 tickets to the Dallas Crawfish Festival. And so this will include drinks, crawfish, and live music.
All right. Last 3. Here we go. Last 3. 8, 4, 1. Last one.
All right, and last but not least, we are going to have a $100 gift card, digital, to Cavendish. So you can get we can get you there. It's New York.
There's some foot longer on the way in. Here we go. Last 3. 7. 791. Oh, all right.
Okay, y'all, question and answer, so let's start with you, and you've got a few minutes, so lights at the pool.
Yes.
Your question is, you want additional lights at the
Yes,
pool?
because when the pool was open, our children were in the pool, we couldn't even see them. It was really dark. So that's why. Which one? Right behind corner? Yeah, from
So we can look into it. I mean, I don't know if the lights were out. I don't know if there were. I've not had that before, so happy to hear that. We can work out a solution for that. That's it. So the question is about washout in the backyard, who does she need to speak to? I would first start with the builder. The builder, washout in the backyard. Washout in the backyard. But yeah. I The answer was that the lot has been sold, it's the builder's responsibility to start with the builder and get the clock on that answer. Yes.
Is there a max of rental properties allowed in the Devonshire? Is there a max allowed of rental homes allowed?
Is there a max? I do not believe that there is a max allowed. I don't think we have a